ESPN is still creating hashtag content during the off season, and we're still making hashtag content, reacting to the content, which we make no bones about. There you go. So their analyst, Matt Bowen, absolute stud. He did up a list of the best remaining free agent fits for each team. Now, for the Vikings, you would think, okay, Everson, okay, Josh Klein, okay, maybe a cornerback, maybe Jason Peters one time. But he went with Joe Flacco. Joe Wacko Tobacco Flacco. So at first I was like, huh. And then I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure, why not? So let's explore the space today. A background on Flacco, you already know. 35 years old, 6'6", 245, former number 18 overall pick by the Ravens in the 2008 NFL Draft. Before that, he was a 3-star recruit in the Pitt Panthers 2003 class. Right? Decided to transfer from Pitt because he couldn't beat out Tyler Palko, who may be one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL to ever start a game. And this is a league that includes Nathan Peterman, who was also at Pitt, which is weird. Something about Pitt. Anyways, he decided to transfer to FCS. Delaware, was a stud for the Blue Hens. Ended up being a first-round pick by the Ravens, keeping him in the Mid-Atlantic. Led the Ravens to... so he beat out Kyle Bowler and Troy Smith. I mean, just what a motley collection of, hey, that guy names at quarterback. But led the Ravens to the AFC title game as a rookie, losing to the Steelers. Steelers eventually lost to a certain team in the Super Bowl that I just can't recall, because you know how like your mind blacks out traumatic memories? Yeah. So Steelers lost Super Bowl someone that year. Flacco's 2008 NFL Rookie of the Year. There you go. Off to the races. Won Super Bowl 47 in 2012. Famously spurned all of the contract extension offers that he got from the Ravens and Ozzie Newsome. And he's like, no, I'm betting on myself. All in. And everyone and their mom thought that was stupid because you're Joe Flacco. All right. And then he got insanely hot during the playoff run, won Super Bowl MVP. Remember, that was the Hail Flacco over Raheem Moore of the Broncos, as well as, the Super Bowl down New Orleans against Kaepernick and the Niners, and then the whole blackout, Ray Lewis, the deer antler spray. Shoot. One last ride. Woo! Yeah. So then Joe Flacco, of course, you have to pay the Super Bowl MVP, right? So he signed up a 6-year, $120.6 million deal, which was just, it may go down as one of the worst deals in NFL history. Like, it was bad. Like, Joe Flacco is basically Andy Dalton with a stronger arm and a Super Bowl ring. That's all he is. So he was not worth it. Eventually, the Ravens drafted Lamar Jackson to replace Flacco. And then they traded Flacco last offseason to the Broncos for a 4th-round pick. Started for the Broncos, start of the year, John Elway. Started out 2-6, and then was benched in favor of Brandon Allen, who led the near upset of the Vikings Week 11 at US Bank Stadium. And I know, like, people were hyped about that game. Well, the greatest comeback in franchise history, down 20-0 at halftime. Woo! You were down 20-0 to the Broncos. Man. Whatever. Eventually, gave way to Drew Lock, etc. Broncos cut him this offseason with a failed physical designation. Had neck surgery, but is revved up, ready to go for the 2020 season. And now, it's weird, but also it's not weird to know that Joe Flacco has never been a Pro Bowler. Mitchell Trubisky-Ponder has been a Pro Bowler with all the 17 alternates, but Joe Flacco has never just snuck his way onto one, which... okay, sure, whatever. Now, how does this tie in with the Vikings? How does this actually make us a little bit excited? So, Gary Kubiak, after he was let go by the Texans as head coach, became the offensive coordinator of the Ravens in 2014. Also, bringing along Rick Dennison, who was quarterbacks coach for the Ravens that one year. Flacco that season is the last time that he led a team to double-digit wins, 10-6. Also, last time he was at the playoffs, won a playoff game against Steelers in the wildcard round. 27 touchdowns, which is a career high. A 91 quarterback rating, second highest of his career. 68.2 QBR, career high, as well as a 76.2 PFF grade, which was second highest of his career as well. So, simply put, Kubiak and Dennison got the best out of number 5. Also, he had a career low sack percentage on his dropbacks at 3.3%, as the Ravens offense was much more what you see with the Vikings in recent memory, where you're moving the pocket, bootleg, manufacturing time. Even though Flacco, not exactly the most fleet of foot, was able to do all those things and was able to flourish. Had a really great season 2014. So I've been wanting the Vikings to have some sort of competent backup quarterback option to Kirk Cousins. I mean, just in case alien into abduction, all that stuff. Trevor Siemian, no. Sean Mannion, no. Jake Browning, no. Nate Stanley, no. Kyle Sluter, yes. But then they said no. And then he was blacklisted and just blackballed from the league, which is a travesty of the highest proportion. But Flacco, Cam, I was excited about Cam. Like, maybe bring Cam in, that whole thing. But I feel like the Tim Pot sleep number dictator would be threatened by a guy like Cam Newton. Where with Flacco, it is a perfect blend of seasoned pro, Super Bowl winner, familiar with Kubiak and the scheme. Would not feel terrible if he had to start a game or two, right? But also old and meh enough where, the guy King Kirk Cousins wouldn't feel threatened. Plus, he's going to be cheap. I mean, like, who's out there clamoring for Joe Flacco? So I think the Vikings should look to upgrade that backup quarterback position. I would take 35-year-old Joe Flacco versus I don't care if Sean Manion's in his prime, which, I mean, technically probably is. Go with Flacco there. I'm wacko for Flacco. Are you? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull us up on the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.